Now, one of the questions that I get on this YouTube channel is how do I fertilize my garden? So you can either choose to use leaves, wait for them to dry up, and shred them into pieces and then mix within your soil. And another one, you can also try to use your wood chips. Now, these wood chips right here, they are organic decaying materials, one that you get from your furnitures and so on and so forth. Now, my advice to you is not to use this type of a wood here, because this type of a wood here takes time to decay. You can either choose to burn it and turn it into charcoal and then scatter it in your garden. You can either choose to use roots. Now, here right now I have a banana root, so I'm going to wait for it to dry up and then I will shred it into pieces and scatter it on my garden. Now, if I try to use it like this and put it underneath my soil, the worst case scenario that would be is to produce bananas. I don't want to produce bananas right now, so I am going to wait for it to dry up. I'm going to use this material on this garden and then we're going to produce some healthy food. Now, as you can take a look, organic decaying material is the one that helps your soil to be rich. You can also use cardboards, papers. Organic material is the way. In other terms, I'm saying that you can also try to use weeds, grass, branches, and so on and so forth. Okay, so right now I'm going to gently try to remove my Swiss chard spinaches and then get ready to plant them in my garden soil. Okay everyone, now we are back at the garden. So what we are going to do is to plant every seedling on its own and create a spacing in between them. Now, what I'm going to do right now is to open up pockets of holes on my garden and then transplant my spinaches. So, let's get it. Now, my advice to you all is to plant the spinaches in the evening because there is less sun in the evening or at noon because there are better chances for your spinaches to get used to your soil in the evening time. So after planting a spinach, you have to pour water on it. Now do not cover it with mulch because it will get lost in your garden. So what I'm going to do right now is to open up this pocket like this until the spinaches get used to the soil, and then after that I will cover them with mulch where they are surrounded, but not now, probably when they are this long. So what I'm going to do right now is to finish up the whole garden, and then I'm going to show you the final of the garden, and then I will tell you what to do next. Okay, here's what I did. I went on and removed all the Swiss chard seedlings on my soil, and then I left out my chilies and my green peppers and my cucumbers. So what I'm gonna do right now is to try to cover all the soil pores. After covering the soil pores, they will get ready to be grown again. So how to cover your soil pores is when you utilize water. So what I'm gonna do is to gently water on my seedlings so that I can cover the soil pores. This is basically what I did for our Swiss charts. The reason why I said we should plant them in the evening because it reduces the chances for them to get burned by the sun. Now as you can take a look, they are sitting upright. they are not burned by the sun in any way. So after planting them in the evening, you can carry out the process of watering them morning and evening, because in springtime we have a lot of sun. Like in the southern hemisphere right now, the rain has not rained yet, so basically the sun is still hot. So carry on with watering them morning until evening until they get used to the soil. And then after they get used to the soil, you then have to water them when it's in the evening, because when you water in the evening, it reduces the chances of evaporation. So carry out watering them in the evening. But for now, if you've transplanted them, water them when it's in the morning and evening. That's all. So right now what I'm gonna do is to transplant my cucumbers. So it will be growing in the background. So in future, when I prepare a railing system, it will be crossing right where it's next to the wall. So 3 seedlings of cucumbers will be growing right behind. And then as they grow, I will put mulch on the cucumber seedling. Now, whenever I plant when it's in the evening, as I've illustrated with the spinaches. Planting in the evening gives you a better chance for your seedlings to grow nicely and get used to your soil, because they are not exposed to the sun. And then when they are used to the soil, you can then utilize your liquid fertilizer to make sure that they grow healthy. So I am going to take you where I am going to plant my next cucumber seedling. So I'm basically planting everything that produces seeds, because I do not want to go to the store and buy seeds again. So everything that I grow in my garden is basically planted in the evening. Now, cucumbers are very sensitive. They are plants that require water very frequently, because you need water so that they can grow and be fresh. So whenever your cucumber plant is ready to produce its cucumbers, you need to keep it wet. So irrigate on it frequently, because cucumbers are very sensitive to the sun. And make sure that it is fertile wherever it's planted. Make sure. So there you go. This is how I basically start my garden. So right in here I have green pepper seedlings, chili seedlings, and tomato seedlings. But the tomato seedlings have not yet popped to be ripe and ready to be planted. They are still young. So I'm going to take good care of my seedlings until I transpose them to my garden. So whatever you do, make sure that you grow healthy seedlings so that when they get to your garden, they remain healthy.